Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Mark Causey here from Black Cat Comics in Rockin' Milpitas. Every Wednesday is New Comic Day and I like to give you some great reasons to go to black-cat-comics.com and pick up something fun to read. It's a very small week and not a whole lot to talk about, but always fun stuff, exciting books to read, like Dark Knight Death Metal. This is your Trinity Crisis one-shot. Everybody's loving the death metal stuff these days. All these one-shot specials are selling like crazy. I'm always up for a big crisis book, so looking forward to checking out that one. That's your metal book of the week. Nightwing is your Joker War book of the week. You know I'm always talking up Nightwing. He's one of my favorite Bat characters. One of my favorite Bat books, and everybody's loving all this Joker stuff. If for some reason you haven't been following Nightwing, this is your chance to jump in during all the Joker War festivities. Batman and the Outsiders is your other Bat book. This one will be wrapping up soon, but it's another book I've been talking a lot about. And it's got Ra's al Ghul, so another great reason to check out that one. Superman 25. This is probably the DC book of the week. First appearance of a new bad guy and all that kind of stuff. You know I've been loving the great job Bendis has been doing with all the super books. I love any kind of double-sized anniversary issue, so that one's going to be a lot of fun. Wonder Woman 762, another one of the best books in comics. Been encouraging everybody to jump into Wonder Woman with the new creative team. Always a good time to jump into Wonder Woman because it's one of the best books there is. And speaking of which, Green Lantern Season 2, Number 7, another one of my favorite titles, another one of the best books in comics. Grant Morrison, Liam Sharp, I mean that's a team-up that you just can't beat. Love me some Hal Jordan. If for some reason you've let this one get by you, pick up the trade paperback for Season 1 and catch up to all this because really great stuff. Classic sci-fi space cop action, just like us Green Lantern fans love. The Flash 761. It's a book that doesn't need much help from me. This one's already on everybody's sub list because it's awesome. And Hawkman 27 sees the return of the JSA, because we love the JSA. And Justice League Odyssey is your book with Darkseid in it. So there you go. That's worth $4, right? This one might be flying under your radar. I know everybody's picking up the main Justice League book, Justice League Dark, but this one's been really cool. Again, kind of sci-fi, outer space action, and it's got Darkseid. Can't beat that. Great week for the DC guys. Good week for the Marvel guys. How about some more Empire? This is Empire Aftermath Avengers. Empire 6 wrapped up the main book last week, but there's always these sort of wrap-up books like this one and Empire Fantastic Four Fallout. You know I'm a big Fantastic Four fan about anything that says FF on it. Really been digging this Empire stuff. I've been waiting for a little while for Marvel to get back into their outer space stuff, so that's been fun. Captain Marvel 21 is your last Empire book of the week. On to the X stuff. Marauders, X Factor, and my personal favorite, X-Force, are three of your X-Renaissance books that I've been talking up since the beginning of House of X and Powers of X. Pick up that big chunky trade paperback for House of X and Powers of 10 to get the gist of all this. And then follow X-Men, New Mutants, X-Force, X-Factor, Marauders. There's all kinds of these X books. They all have a different creative team, a different theme, a different group of characters. You don't have to follow each and every one of them. But I encourage everybody to check out the different X books and find the one they like the most, like X-Force, because it's a great time to be an X fan. Amazing Spider-Man, getting close to the big number 50. Like I said, I love those anniversary issues. Spidey's been taking a trip to the dark side with all this Ravencroft stuff that's going on, Sin Eater stuff that's going on. Good time to be a Spidey fan. Web of Venom is your other Spider-Verse book of the week. Magnificent Miss Marvel. Been a little while since we saw one of these. Always good to see Miss Marvel title coming back, but the one we've been waiting for is The Rise of Ultraman. If you're 100 years old like me, you remember Ultraman from back in the day, cult classic. Love me some guy in a rubber suit fighting Godzilla look-alike monsters. Love me some Ultraman. It's a great franchise to come to Marvel Comics. There's all kinds of different covers This is the Alex Ross one, which of course most people will want. There's also a copious Spider-Man one that's really cool, but I'll be picking up the photo cover because, like I say, love me some Ultraman. Just great to see him back in comics. And a good week for all the other guys too. Bill and Ted are doomed! If you're like me, you're super excited for the new Bill and Ted movie, and of course Dark Horse does licensed property comics like nobody, so it's a natural fit for Dark Horse to do a cool Bill and Ted comic. Everybody loving Keanu Reeves these days. Ice Cream Man is your Image book of the week. We love us some Ice Cream Man around here. Kind of a wacky anthology horror title. Kind of odd to have a horror book called Ice Cream Man, but there you go. That's what Image is all about. This is a sort of one-shot special to, like I talk about annuals and other specials. If you're not following the book, this is a great opportunity to see what the book's about. And if you are loving the book like we do, then you get a whole big bonus issue. So cool stuff. Check out some Ice Cream Man. Mars Attacks Red Sonja is your Dynamite book of the week because I love anything Mars Attacks, and I think Dynamite's done a great job with all their Red Sonja stuff. The first issue of this was surprisingly good. The Mighty Tmnt is your IDW book of the week because everybody loves the Turtles. This is your core Turtle title. There's a couple others to read, but if you've been away from the Turtles for a while, you're going to want to go back to issue 100 and catch up to the new one. A lot going on with the Mighty Tmnt these days. Willow is your Whedonverse book from Boom Studios. Been talking up how Joss Whedon took all his stuff, the Buffyverse, the Fireflyverse, over to Boom Studios. And he started this Buffyverse from scratch. So if you're an old school Buffy fan, you're going to want to see what's new and what's the same. Great time to be following all of that. And The Resistance is my AWA book of the week, because this one's done by Straczynski and Deodato, two of the best creators in comics. AWA is kind of a new publisher, but they just exploded out of the gate with books like this one, Devil's Highway, Year Zero. Everybody's getting into the AWA thing, and Resistance is a great place to start. Like I say, not a huge week, don't have a lot of all-ages stuff, but a lot of great books to check out, some new things to check out, good time to catch up on some of your other titles as well. And don't forget to tune in Saturday, 2 p.m. for Comic Shop Talk. Make sure you pick up your books, you read through them, and we'll talk all about them this weekend. That's all we got for you for this week. You can check us out at black-cat-comics.com. Click on Shop, click on New This Week, and check out all the books that I've been showing you and all the other stuff that we got on the site. Set up a curbside, or we'll get them shipped right out to you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.